Hello, Dirt Road Believers. My name is JJ and I live in Anderson, South Carolina. I am a school teacher and I actually teach in a virtual school now, not in a classroom anymore. And in just a little bit, you'll see what at least our virtual school looks like. If you can't tell, I might sound a little bit like somebody you know, and I might look similar to somebody you know, because I am Tina's sister. I listen to Dirt Road Believer on my way to school on Tuesdays and Thursday mornings, and if I don't have enough time to listen to the whole thing from my house to my school, because it's not very far, I just sit in the parking lot, kind of like I am right now, and finish up. So I hope that you keep tuning in to Dirt Road Believer, and I hope you enjoy it as much as I do. So here's what a virtual school looks like. This is my little cubby or hub or cubicle, whatever you want to say. Here's my friend, Katie. She's very comfortable today. Oh, look what Katie has on her whiteboard. Whoop, whoop. Or not, it's not a whiteboard. It's
Notebook.
Notebook over here. Here is Angelica. Oh, look. Look what a coincidence. Angelica has Dirt Road Believer. Let's see. Here's my friend Alicia. Oh, look what Alicia has. Dirt Road Believer. I can't believe it. And here's my friend Dee. What does she have hanging from her? Oh my goodness. Let's go back to Sarah. I wonder, Sarah is our artist and she has to have everything looking gorgeous. There we go. Look at there. Imagine that. Dirt Road Believer all in one room. Hey JJ, love you. Thanks for sharing Dirt Road Believer at work. And you didn't know that you were doing this, but you have just started a week-long challenge of sharing the ministry of Dirt Road Believer at your workplace. If you're a student, share it at school. It was really simple. #DRB. And people want to know, what is that? It is the 20th of October, and already this month we have 20 new subscribers. That's a new subscriber every day. So I would love to keep that trend up and just tell more people about what's going on at Dirt Road Believer and spread the love of Jesus. So this week, it's on challenge. Tell it at your workplace, tell it at your school. Hey, I'm sitting in the very spot where the lobster was spotted. So enjoy this video and I'll see you back right here for today's devotion.
That actually fits him good.
Oh, yeah, that fits him good. Okay.
Get the hair out of your eyes.
Dude, Coleman. Okay, let him get it buckled under there.
That's Molly.
Yeah, I think he knows the names of his dog.
Okay, is he going to sit behind you or in front?
I'm going to sit right here.
think
Don't
Molly
press
likes me.
anything, okay?
Don't touch anything. I think Molly likes me.
Just hold on right here.
How is she still?
Coleman, are you sure you don't want to put him behind you?
What?
That's a long reach for you.
No, it's fine.
Coleman.
You like it?
Both hands on the wheel, Coleman.
Did I hear a yeehaw out of you? Yeah, it's going yeehaw. Good job. Okay, who's going next? Who wants to go next? Y'all two. Rock, paper, scissors. Alright, rock, paper, scissors. Asher, did you go fast?
I kind of started losing my balance, so I was like, ugh.
Oh, rock, paper, scissors.
We have a fort making in the works. So I'm coming to check out how far they've gotten. Y'all are way up here.
We need some nails and a hammer.
Nails and a hammer.
Yep.
Y'all didn't bring all your supplies when you came?
No, we forgot about that.
So walk me through. How's this gonna look?
Alright, so
wait, Paul, because this is gonna be really cool. So we have this, and we're gonna set the tarp on top of that.
Okay.
Then we're gonna put sticks, line it down, and go. And then we tie it off, and then we're gonna
Put a tarp.
then we put the tarp over, and then yeah,
Okay.
and then this would be our entrance right here.
I see one small problem.
What?
This knot, that's gonna come loose. I'm gonna have to tie a better knot than that.
And tie that again.
And we're gonna have a lean-to.
Oh, cool. That's a big old tree. Has this always been like this?
No. But this was our home base when we first saw it. It looked really cool.
Well, that's neat. So the tarp goes on top.
Yes.
What's your job?
Actually, he's making him a knife. Isn't it? Mom, these are really cool.
Ouch. What are you whittling?
Stick.
Who taught you how to be safe with knives?
Silas.
Silas did.
Let's just need to get those time to bring in.
This is approved by his mother.
Can you get it? Yeah, there you go.
But Mama says don't use a knife without Silas around, doesn't she?
Yeah.
Is that what Mama says?
Time. No, that's too bad. I don't like that.
Okay. Maybe you need a serrated. Oh, he's bringing out the big guns now. Watch out. Oh, yeah.
No, actually, I don't know if I want to let
Well,
you.
he can try.
All right, live a little bit. Yeah, that's good. Okay.
Okay. Now what?
I need to go get another now.
Oh, so close. We could just wait. Hang on, I got an idea.
That's enough.
We have all this.
Come on, do that now.
Okay. We've gotten 3 sides secured. He's working on a 4th.
Trying to.
Why don't you lap it over your rope there?
Are you really coming out here with a BB gun? Hold the hammer.
Get your fingers out of the way.
All right, now go, Jim.
I can't
Do it.
really see
Do it
it.
small.
I don't want to hit you.
No.
You're doing good.
Maybe I should hold it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now that he's got it in there, let him hold it. Careful.
Hey, angle it back towards the. Angle it back that way. You want me to do it now?
Yeah.
Good job,
I'm
Asher.
seeing how it's going right now.
You like it in there?
Hey,
It's a
I
nice-
got an
That's
idea.
why it's going down.
One day if we come back, we can put a sleeping bag here and sleep at the night.
Yeah, and you'll need a
Here,
fire pit
Mom.
too.
That's Mom. That's hanging down.
Hey, I'll make the
I know
fire
you're gonna
pit.
have to
Oh no.
You're gonna have to get a stick or something. Check out the fort. What is it?
I saw a lobster.
A what?
A lobster.
A lobster? What's he doing here?
I saw the pinky tail.
Yeah, don't stay away from those pinchy tails. That'll work. That'll work. Fold it over.
No, I saw the pinky tail. And it was all sticking up.
Yeah, they'll pinch you too.
And it was orange.
Some duct tape will take care of that one at Coleman.
Coleman,
I've got some
I
camo
got
duct tape in
an
the drawer. in there.
idea.
What's your idea?
We can throw that nail in there. But it wouldn't matter because we don't put a spot right there so to keep
We
it.
could. drill something, we could put a hole right.
Dude, this fort is awesome. Oh my gosh. Wow.
I've been granted permission to enter the fort today. It's all finished. So you get to see it. Strict access, but somehow I'm getting in. So this is my first time being up here since it's been finished. Ooh, that's scary. Let's see. This says Coleman's Fort, in case there is any question. We've dug a fire pit, which I hope we never build a fire in because it's in the woods. And of course we have trash. That was kind of like what they do to my house. And then here's the entrance side, I think. That's how I'm getting in here.
Welcome to Dirt Road Believer. I'm so glad you're here with me for today's devotion. And I had such an awesome time building a fort with those boys. There is something so just simple and uncomplicated about boys. I grew up with my one sister that you met in the beginning of today's video, and mostly girl cousins. I was not around guys, and so my husband and my boys have taught me everything about what it is to be a boy. It's wonderful. They need food, shelter, and sleep, and everything else is negotiable. It's wonderful. But the kids were so fun that day, and they had a mission, and they were just unified in that mission, and I loved it. He's done a lot more work since then. He and my dad have gotten out here and worked. He's had another friend over, and so the fort is awesome, but a little dark and scary inside, so I'm outside. The lighting wasn't very good in there. All right, so my question to you today, it's all about building, and I want to ask you, what are you building? Or maybe what are you rebuilding? whether there's brand new construction in our lives, or whether our construction has been completely like demolished, imploded, leveled, and we're starting over, we are either building or rebuilding something in our lives every day. So what are you building? Are you building a business? Maybe a career? Maybe you're building your education right now. Are you building a family, a marriage? Maybe you're literally building a home right now. Are you building a ministry, a church, a relationship? What are you building? You know, God is an amazing builder. He had the finest blueprints for Noah's Ark, for the Ark of the Covenant, for the dwelling of the covenant, for the temple in Jerusalem. And what's cool is, he may be the architect and come up with the blueprints, but he chooses to use us to build those things. And that's a cool reality, that we get to be a part of building what God designs. Wouldn't it be nice to go to your mailbox today and pull out blueprints for your life from God himself, and that they would show you exactly what your life is supposed to look like? No more guessing, no more questioning if this is God's will for your life. Couldn't the Bible just be a little more clear on what his will is for us and what precisely we should do? But you know, if that were the case, if you found those blueprints in your mailbox today, I can almost guarantee you that our purpose or construction for our lives, if it was spelled out word for word in the Bible, we would still disagree with it. We would make excuses, or we would just plain rebel against them. God is pretty wise like that. So he invites us to lean into him and his word and depend on him for the next phase of construction. We're always under construction with the Holy Spirit, but we have to lean in and depend upon God for that next phase. This fort is great, but in our adult wisdom, we know that this fort is very temporary. Just like our homes are temporary. I've visited cities before where there are layers upon layers upon layers of cities where people used to live. You know, centuries from now, my house will probably be little twigs under the ground. So when we are building in our lives, we have to consider that what we build, we want it to last. We want it to have eternal consequences, not just for the here and the now. And so let's consider how we're building our lives. It has to be built upon the solid foundation, and for it to last, it has to be of an eternal nature, not a not in a physical or natural realm. Let's look at Luke 6 today. This is Luke 6, and I'm starting in chapter 46, verse 46, and it says, "Why do you call me Lord, Lord, and do not do what I say?" This is Jesus talking. "I will show you what he is like who comes to me and hears my words and puts them into practice. He is like a man building a house who dug down deep and laid the foundation upon rock. When the flood came, the torrent struck that house could not be shaken, because it was well built. But the one who hears my words and does not put them into practice is like a man who builds his house on the ground without a foundation. The moment the torrent struck that house, it collapsed, and its destruction was complete." So I love this because it does talk about a spiritual foundation, but then it also talks about like the nitty-gritty daily reality of this faith. It's not just that we hear it, but that we do it, that we actually live it out. That's when we are built on a sure foundation. When we hear the word of God, but we don't live by those words, then we don't incorporate the eternal into our construction. There's no firm foundation. To hear the truth and agree with it, but then to live contrary to that truth is certain collapse. So in Matthew 16:18, this is where, you know, Peter means rock. And this is Peter's confession of Christ, chapter 16, verse 15. This is Matthew. It says, "But what about you? Who do you say I am?" Jesus is asking Peter. Simon Peter answered, "You are the Christ, the Son of the living God." Jesus replied, "Blessed are you, Simon, son of Jonah." And then in verse 18, he says, "And I tell you that you are Peter. Upon this rock I will build my church, and the gates of Hades will not overcome it." Peter was named the rock, not because the church is built upon Peter. The church is built upon Peter's confession that Jesus is the Christ. When that is the cornerstone for your life and for everything you're building in your life, then you will be on the solid rock. And when the storms come, that it will not blow away. And I have a friend right now. You're actually going to see her on next week's video. But within a few weeks of each other, she lost her sister and her mother. And she is just such a wonderful example of what your life being built on the solid rock looks like. Because yes, there have been tears, there has been mourning, but it has been with such a grace and such a strength that it cannot be mistaken. It cannot be mistaken, because she has built her life on the sure foundation, and it is so far down that it goes to eternity. And it has just been such a privilege, really, to watch her walk through that. And it assures me that as a believer, that no matter what comes, that if I have my life built upon the solid rock, that nothing will blow it away. So if your construction is going to be up to code, then every brick you add has to be eternal, and it has to be upon the confession that Jesus is the Christ, the Son of God. So what am I saying? I'm saying that when you ask Jesus to be a part of everything you're building, I don't care if it's a job, if it's a family, if it's a marriage, whatever it is, then, you know, it's not just another day at work. It's not just another, you know, conversation around the water cooler. It's not just another date with your spouse. It's not just another, you know, day around the house with your kids. It becomes something so much more, because God begins to reveal to you all of those moments that you can build in eternity into those constructions in your life. So, infuse Christ in everything you're building. I am so grateful that you were here with me today, and I am so grateful to those of you that are sharing the ministry of Dirt Road Believer. I'm just like a subscriber a day. That's crazy. I'm so excited about that. And don't forget, this week's challenge is share Dirt Road Believer at work, share Dirt Road Believer at school, and let's see how many subscribers we can get through the end of October. Thank you for encouraging me this October. I've heard from so many of you, and just it just fuels my fire, and it just helps me in my faithfulness to the time that I spend preparing for this channel, and I'm grateful to you. Until Thursday, slow down, take the dirt road, believer.